Hello everyone, it's me, OneGamer54 in the video today. I know you're looking at a a wild picture to say the least for some people. Get your minds out together. But anyways, you already know what we're gonna do. Let's talk about the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Well, movie 3. Yes, finally, we got in the trailer of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, starring my boy Shadow the Hedgehog in the main screen, being voiced by Mr. John Wick himself. And we're going to see if Sonic can beat Shadow. I'll be waiting for this day. I know all my brothers and sisters who have seen Sonic Adventure 2, we already know that it's about to be good. Now, while I could make this video about how, where the heck is Amy? Where the heck is Rouge? I'm not going to say all that. Yeah, they're pretty much discussions that I'll probably make a video of, but what I want to talk about is the main plot hole that I think a lot of people, myself included, have been thinking about. And that's the possibility that our dear Donut Lord himself, Tom Wazowski, is this movie going to be the death of him? Yeah, you heard me right. You heard me right. Death. That Tom Wazowski, Donut Lord himself, will be DED. Now I know this is outlandish. It's outlandish, but there is some merit, to say the least. So, let's talk about it. So, in case you have no idea what we're talking about, you don't know what a Donut Lord is or you haven't watched a single Sonic movie at all, let me just cut it down Tom Wazowski's character. Tom Wazowski debuted in Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Well, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. In which, in this basic particular universe, Sonic comes to the human world. Alright? Right. Tom Wazowski, aka Donut Lord, Donut Lord being Sonic's nickname to him. Tom Wazowski is just your average, city town policeman. He hasn't really captured much criminals. He's just the policeman of Green Hill. Tom Wazowski, Donut Lord himself, wanted to make it big. Not being known as a cop in a small town. He wants to be a cop of the big town. That was his whole movie. He wants to go to the big city. And of course, he's in a nice, wonderful relationship with Maddie, aka Pretzel Lady. And he also has a nice dog. And the people love him. But then one fateful day, he met Sonic in the garage. Antics ensue, Eggman's trying to capture Sonic, and Donut Lord had to basically help Sonic get his rings back that was in the big city. All in the while, Donut Lord and Sonic form up a connection. They save, and Sonic now lives with the Wazowski family. It was great stuff, to be honest. I really enjoyed the movie. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Don't really see much of Tom. He was just at a wedding for his stepsister's wedding. He was in a stepsister's wedding, to say the least. And that's about it. And we're not even going to talk about the Knuckles series because Tom wasn't even in it. He was just away. But basically, yeah. Many people basically agree that Tom Wazowski just essentially takes the role of adopted father to Sonic. And this movie Sonic really likes his newfound family. In fact, if you look at the trailer, this whole movie was screaming that the fundamental themes of it is family. Like, found family. Sonic, as we now know, he's basically got it all. He started with nothing, and now he has something. he has a found family. Tom, Pretzel Lady, and Donut Lord are essentially his now found family. They're his adopted parents. With Tails and Knuckles, that gain him basically adopted siblings. Well, more like a brotherly kinship between them. Sonic living the best life. He don't have to live in no dusty cave no more. He's living in the attic. You know, doing, playing DJ, watching movies, and all that. Don't need to struggle in the cold. But in contrast, we got Shadow, who lost his family. He lost Maria, and that's gonna cause someone to crash out. And Shadow is indeed crashing out. And considering the fact that we know that Shadow is basically the main focus of this this movie, most definitely being the big bad of all this, or if not him, then heck, maybe Gerald Robotnik, I guess. If he's even real, but that's a theory for another time. Basically, we're basically having a clear opposite to Sonic. What do you do when you pair someone who had nothing but gained something against someone who had gained something from birth, aka Shadow meeting Maria and basically being with her by her side 24/7 during the Space Colony arc to basically gain nothing, which, resulted with Maria being shot. And we know that Maria did get shot in the trailer. We all saw it. We all know what's gonna happen. We already know who's the not the voice actress, but the actor who's playing Maria. So we know for a fact that unfortunately Maria will be shot in front of us this December. And we already know what's going to happen to Shadow. But now the people are thinking, is Shadow going to be responsible for this? Well, it's interesting to say the least. Because there are many factors we got to take into account for. One, what I want to know is, would Gunn confuse Sonic with Shadow again? It's no secret that Sonic Movie 3 is going to adaptate the storyline of Sonic Adventure 2. And in Sonic Adventure 2, we saw how Sonic was being framed or mistakenly thought to be the person causing these attacks, when we all know it's Shadow. Don't know why the people were so colorblind and just assumed that Shadow looks just like Sonic, despite one of them is clearly blue and looks happy-go-lucky, while the other one looks like he will devour your soul. Again, don't know how the people tend to forget. I don't know how the people confuse Sonic and Shadow to be similar, but I guess, who knows? I guess the whole gun industry is basically blind. But the reason why I say that is that, as you can look here, you see Tom, right? He's pinned down. I don't know why it was like that, but most likely a gun agent's putting him down. But look at the suit that he's wearing. These are 3 stars on the shoulder. And if you look right here, if you can see this, right? It says Guardian. Now, I don't know how the FBI... I don't know if, a police agency is like this, but I can tell you for a fact that has to be a gun uniform. So, either you're telling me that while Knuckles was going around in his series, that Tom basically got a job that Donut Lord got a job at Gunn. I'm thinking that in the middle of the movie, we're going to see that probably Sonic, mainly Sonic, is going to be falsely imprisoned, just like in the games. Gunn has kidnapped my boy Sonic and locked him up. Everyone's telling him to free Sonic. Okay, that my son Sonic is innocent. But it's up to maybe Tails, Knuckles, and I feel like it's going to be Tails, Knuckles, Maddie, and Tom are going to suit up and go and save him. And I think one of the plans is that Tom is going to dress up as a gun officer, and maybe try and capture, like, I don't know, like a key code, or sort of a key scanner. But so basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'm thinking in the middle of the movie, in the middle of the movie, Tom is going to, act as a gun officer. And what I'm also thinking is that something went wrong. Maybe Shadow pull up here in Gun's headquarters, and he caused something to basically cause some sort of explosion. Because I'm looking at the red scanner, and I don't know. I just feel like I feel like it had to do with something that the whole place is gonna blow, and I don't know why a gun soldier is holding Tom down, but most definitely I feel like Tom is going to be enduring a bad injury, uh, and I'm pretty sure explosive is a bad injury, which would probably result with him going to the hospital. Like, he'll be decommissioned. He'll be like out of commission for the rest of the movie. But many people, Segway wants to know: is this going to be enough to kill Tom? Will the Sonic movie franchise actually pull through with killing off Sonic's adopted dad? At one hand, I wouldn't put it past against the franchise. I won't put it against it. You're already introducing a movie where basically you're already introducing a movie where canonically Maria got shot by a gun soldier. So you already are willing to kill a human character in the Sonic Cinematic Universe. Plus, the Sonic franchise is not afraid of killing off people. Alright? So, and some people would probably argue that it's probably for the best, to be honest. Not the best that, Tom is a bad character. Let's not get it twisted. I love Tom. But it's like, Tom doesn't exactly do much after the first movie. He was just sidelined for a marriage B plot. Barely showed up in the Knuckles TV show, but that's Knuckles for you, so fair. But all of a suddenly we now got that Tom is basically now important in the trailer. Like, he's important in telling Sonic that you have a family now. And again, with this whole theming of the trailer, and how it's looking like family is the main the main message of this movie, I feel like what's going to happen when Sonic is forced to fight someone who's actually trying to hurt his family. Like, Eggman, he came close, to say the least. He came close, but those were like buddies. And Eggman with the robot, yeah, it was a close call, but hey, Sonic got supersonic, so he was able to do it. So we got, two close calls. So what happens if Sonic can't save Tom? And especially if Shadow was the one who caused it. I mean, let's be honest. We saw the trailer. Shadow was dogging my son. So it's like, what's going to happen now with Sonic? If Tom gets injured, especially because of his fault, because he couldn't take down Shadow, what's going to happen to Sonic in the movie? And plus, but at the same time, I will say this: I don't think I want them to do it. Like, don't get me wrong, I know this is, the cheap option and all that, but at the end of the day, the Sonic Cinematic Universe, those whole Sonic Cinematic movies, those are for kids. Are they really going to risk for the fact that Sonic is going to make... Are they really going to risk the fact that they're going to kill Tom, essentially Sonic's best friend turned father figure, into a pack? Are we going to... Is Shadow... Would Sonic, ironically, make buddies with Shadow in the down the line. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if Sonic forgives Shadow for what he did, for being what essentially be the main cause of Tom not being here, that's just crazy, Sonic. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, for me, I would never forgive him. But let's be honest, Sonic Shadow would eventually would have his redemption arc and be more willing to do it just because it's shared interest. Not saying like he'll be best buddies, because come on, he has the spirit of John Wick in him, so you know he can't be like, golly geez, Sonic, I'm here to help you. He'll be like, yeah, you got this, Sonic. Like, be Shadow, okay? Not be like don't be the Disney kids Shadow, okay? I want him to still feel like the Shadow we all know and love from the past. So I would think that no, at best, Tom Wazowski's not going to die in the movie. At the very least, he'll be like damaged. Like he'll suffer this incident, and he'll be out of the movie for a little bit. Well, not a little bit, more like the rest of the movie. He'll probably show up in the end credits scene. Sonic will still get mad though, and he'll probably beat the brakes out of Shadow, and that's about it, to be honest. I know it sounds a little touche. I mean, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think do you think Sonic Movie 3 should take a darker route and just off Tom Wazowski, or do you think that they should, keep it, a little light, or should they keep him alive? So basically, we're pulling a Jason Todd on this one. Do you think we should take the dark route, or do you think Tom is going to survive? Because at one hand, if they made Shadow the one who basically is if they made Tom Wazowski dead, that's going to hurt my heart. Sonic can't go through with this. You're giving him the modern day Peter Parker treatment. Or you think Tom is going to be alright, he's just going to be in the hospital, out of commission, and Sonic is just going to have a rage boost. And, teach Shadow to stay away from his family. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like the video so I know you guys enjoy. Comment down below what you guys think. Again, your choice. You either want the Sonic movie franchise to be getting dark in this third installment, or, you think he's going to live because, we got to make sure that, the parents will allow us to bring kids more for this series. I'm mostly on the latter because I do want to see more Sonic stuff. And subscribe, because we're trying to upload daily and we got more theories on the way. This is Juan Gamer 54 signing off.